Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. If you can do me a huge favor, leave a like on this video before we get into it. But let's move swiftly into the news, and that is tweeted by Fabrizio Romano, so a very good source. Exclusive: Chelsea have opened official talks with Sevilla for Jules Kounde. He is the main target as centre-back, and negotiations are ongoing to reach an agreement. He's open to accept Chelsea as the next club as he wants Champions League football. Now it's up to the two clubs. So we're looking to negotiate with Sevilla to sign Kounde. Now, Kounde, I've heard rumours that he was linked to Spurs. Apparently, was looking for maybe a bit of an upgrade on Spurs. He was looking for a bigger club. So it makes sense that we're seeing these Chelsea rumours, and he's looking to accept if these come through, because Sevilla, Chelsea, it's just a step up in his career. So Jules Kounde, of course, French international, didn't play too much through the Euros, didn't have a particularly good game. We can take a look here at his who scored stats. So let's just go through a few things with him. He's only 22 years old. So, from the face value, 22-year-old centre-back, this is one for the future and, present. Like, I'm sure we'd integrate him in the next season if we did sign him. Mainly a centre-back, can play on the right, but generally you're looking at a full-on centre-back here. 178 centimetres, I believe that's around 5'10". Now, to me, that initially, I'm thinking that's a little bit small for a centre-back. Like, I know you don't have to be gigantic as a centre-back, you don't have to be 6'4", or something like that, but, initially, 5'10", somewhere about there, that does strike me as a little bit too small. So, we'll see. Reece James isn't particularly tall, and when he played centre-back for us, he did decently well. Especially if we're playing with a sort of three at the back, then maybe you have taller players alongside him to cover. So it's not the end of the world. We'll switch over here to the transfer market website, and you can see valued at about 54 million at the moment. So for a 22-year-old, up and coming centre back, has played for France internationally, 54 million maybe sounds decently fair. He's got a contract until 2024, as you can see up here. So, there are no rush to sell. There's not like they're going to have to cash in on him now to avoid letting him go for free in the next year or so. So, it's a difficult one. Do I want us to go spending 50 odd million on a centre-back? Right now, I don't think I do. We've let go Mark Gurhey, Fikayo Tomori, who I think Fikayo Tomori is probably better than Jules Kounde, and will probably go on to have a better sort of career, has a higher ceiling, let's say, than Kounde. And we let him go, yet we're willing to spend 50 million maybe to bring in Kounde when we only got 20 something for Fikayo Tomori. It seems like a very, very weird one for me. Now, it's entirely possible that I don't see something in Kounde that I should be seeing. I don't watch Sevilla play often at all, so it's very possible that it's something that I'm just not getting here. But to me, having let Gurhey and Tomori go for less than we'd pay to bring in Kounde, it does seem like a weird one. We can go down here and check a look at this season in La Liga. He did make a bunch of appearances. He got a few goals, few assists. I believe here it's probably easier to read. 33 appearances, 1 off the bench, 2 goals, 1 assist, 4 yellow cards, so not particularly aggressive, not going to get in trouble, and red cards left, right, and centre. Good passing range, 90% pass success rate, so that's good. Average Ls 1 per match 3, man of the match 4 times. Average rating of 7.01. So you're starting on a 6, I believe, would be the average. To go up to a 7 average across a 33 game season, that's actually very strong, and shows that he's a competent defender. He's not a bad defender by any means. Of course, you can see here during the Euros, he made 1 appearance for France, played the full 90, and had a 5.85. So didn't have a very good game at all. But that league rating is a better data set, and to say that he got a 7.01 in all of that is very good. Obviously, mainly playing at centre back, he did play 1 game out on the right, and that's where he was for France. So that's where he got that 5.85. So generally, I think we're seeing this guy as a centre back, and that's about it. His characteristics, very strong in the air. So I guess his jump is probably better than his height would suggest. Maybe he is capable in the air, even though he's not the tallest centre back you'll see. Passing is good, which we've seen further up there, and concentration, which is obviously a key point of centre backs. Tackling, meaning more so like with the feet. I guess that's not a strength of his. You see that initially, and you probably think like, oh great, a defender that can't tackle. Like, what are we even talking about signing this guy for? But when you see that, defenders don't average very many actual tackles a game. You know, it's interceptions, it's headers, it's just generally keeping it away from that area you don't want to be tackling. So that's maybe not as bad as it sounds, but you'd rather it in the strengths column. His style of play is he likes to dribble, likes to play short passes, and he does not dive into tackles. So it seems like very composed, you know, he's got his concentration, he doesn't dive into tackles, he's not reckless, he's not silly. I think that's the vibe that I'm getting here. And then you can see here his recent games, most recent at the bottom, there's that game for France. And as you can see, you know, like generally pretty good ratings across the board. You got one little stinker here where they got beat 4-0, that France game. But other than that, you're seeing very good average ratings. You know, he's not letting the team down by any means, he's doing well. But ultimately, this comes down again to 54 million. Do I want us to go and pay that for a centre-back? I do think, you know, he's going to have a good career. I'm not saying this guy's bad at all. I might be going a little bit in too harsh here. I'm just thinking in more of a business sense. Why have we sold Tomori, Mark Guehi, to bring in this guy that we're going to end up paying more for? And, you know, Tomori showed good things while he was with us. This just seems so weird to me. So I'm very intrigued on this one to see what you guys think, because my initial opinion, like I've said, is it seems like a lot of money if it's going to be 50-something million. If it's going to be cheaper than that, you know, we're looking at 30 million, then maybe, yeah, sure, I can understand where we're coming from here. But for me, 50-something million to go in for Jules Kounde. Fabrizio Romano's the one tweeting it, so I'd be inclined to believe that this is going to be the case. I don't know what this means for the rest of our centre-backs. You know, who we start in this season? Rudiger, Christensen, Thiago Silva, obviously were the mainstays last season. Is one of them dropping out for him? If so, Rudiger doesn't deserve it, Christensen doesn't deserve it, and neither does Thiago. You could argue Thiago getting old, so maybe that's where he slips in, I don't know. We've got Zuma as well, that, you know, isn't a bad centre-back at all. He's definitely a very dominant aerial centre-back, very fast as well, and made some very key tackles for us. So, all in all on this one, I'm confused. I don't know what we're seeing here, but Chelsea have opened the talks officially, so we are actually looking at putting money on the table, putting in the contract offer, and seeing Kounde seems to be open to joining, and seeing if this happens. So let me know what you guys think on this one. Like, I really mean it. I need to sort of have my eyes open. I'm wondering if you guys are going to come at me and say, like, no, you've got it wrong. He's amazing at this. He's a great defender. He'll be, you know, he's got a decade or more in front of him. He'll be amazing for us. If that's the case, then, you know, I'm happy to be proven wrong by the guy. But to me, 50-something mil, having sold the other guys and such, seems a bit weird. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like on it. I'll be back with some more videos. I know the Haaland stuff is sort of hotting up a little bit at the moment. I'll probably have a video on that soon. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.